Alright, welcome back to another episode of the podcast, or video if you're watching on YouTube. So this will be more of a story episode where I go into some of the learnings and experiences from my recent trip to the JJIF European Championships in Greece, where I took third place, which was quite nice because it was in the gi, and as you know, I'm mostly a no-gi guy. Honestly, kind of surprised myself. I was expecting, to do well because I just have faith in my grappling ability. But it's definitely a nice thing to actually medal at a big tournament and perform well. I really felt good, and I lost a very, very close match in the semifinals. So I did not feel at all like I didn't belong there or they were like classes better than me. It was just I felt great and right at home. So we will start off with the lead up to this tournament and how I ended up at the JJIF European Championships in the first place. So basically, with Croatian nationals were booked for like a month and a half before the European Championships, and I was looking at the calendar and I was like, Greece is a nice place. It's starting to get we're like starting spring and it should be nice weather, and I'd really like to go there and travel. So I was like, I should probably do nationals in the gi, because if you win nationals, you're likely to be sent off to a tournament by the national team. So I was like, okay, I'll start training some gi. So I started training in the gi a little bit, and it felt pretty good. I was like, okay, this is still jiu-jitsu. I haven't done gi almost at all in like more than 2 years, and I hadn't competed in that time as well. So I was like away for a long time, but I was training like super seriously for all that time in no-gi, and my skills really translated quite well. I was rolling with some competitive purple belts and brown belts, and I really just didn't feel troubled at all. I was like, okay, this is still jiu-jitsu. I'm still good at this. So that was great. And so basically, I signed up for nationals, and it wasn't a big bracket. I had 2 matches in the gi, and basically it was like in the 69 kilo weight class, but my plan was to drop to 62 kilos for the first time in like forever to actually have a better chance at winning, because 69 is really stacked and these guys are big. They are quite big. So basically I had decided I was going to do the nationals in the gi, and basically I came there. I had some troubles with my trip. There was a huge snowstorm the day before, and I was flying from Copenhagen to Vienna, and basically my flight got delayed for more than 4 hours. I missed a couple of buses, but I managed to find a bus at 4 a.m. from Vienna to Zagreb, which is like a 4 or 5 hour bus ride, and I came straight for the weigh-ins. So basically no sleep I passed out on the bus, but basically the bus dropped me off directly at weigh-ins. Came in, weighed in. I had one really good guy and one purple belt who was like not that good. I managed to submit both of them in the gi, one ankle lock, one triangle armbar, and so I was like, okay, I can do this. It went well, and I was expecting to get invited to go with the national team to Greece. And yeah, so that's how this whole thing actually got started. Then I got the invite, and I decided, okay, I have to drop down to 62. I had already been dropping down to that weight because I wanted to do no-gi at that weight class as well, because a friend of mine who's also on the national team won medals at both Worlds and Europeans last year, and that gave me the confidence and inspired me to like, okay, if he can do it, I can probably do it, so I should drop down if I can. And basically I started dieting pretty hard at that point, like about a month out, and so fast forward to the trip the week before. Basically the week before was, challenging. I basically ate no carbs, no fiber, no salt for 5 days. No carbs for 5 days, no salt or fiber for 3 days beforehand. I was doing serious world loading all while taking a full course load in college, which, as you know, being low carb, it sounds all well and good, but when you have to do like a significant amount of cognitive work plus training plus biking around the city quite a lot, it was a challenging week to say the least. It was like I'd be sitting in class like hungry and like carb depleted. I'd be like, fuck, I can't concentrate, this is difficult. But we managed to get through it, and basically the last 2 days were a bit challenging, but I managed to cut the weight. When I was flying to Greece, I had lost my bag because I'm a silly guy. I hadn't flown with a check-in bag in probably 15 years or so. I was just traveled with a backpack, so I had no experience actually of how to check in your bag. And I come at the airport at like 3 a.m. in the morning because my flight was at 6, and I'm basically okay. There's no people there, it's just self-service counters. So I was like, alright. I managed to check in and get my boarding pass and the thing you should glue onto your bag. Okay, I go to the counter where I should drop off my bag. I follow the instructions, I scan the thing, and lo and behold, the thing takes my bag. But the thing I had forgotten to do was attach the barcode to my bag. So my bag basically went off unmarked, no name, no phone number, no destination, nothing. I was like, great. And I literally had everything in that bag except for my gi. So I was like, there's always a chance they probably lose my bag, so I'm just going to keep the gi in my backpack just in case. And so I go to the help desk, and I'm like, hey, I sent my bag without the tag. I know I'm retarded, I'm sorry. And they said, okay, we'll try to find your bag. It's okay, just go to the security, and yeah. And so I come to Greece, my bag doesn't show up, obviously. I fill in the missing bag report, and off I go with a backpack. So in my bag I had Sweet Sweat, which was the sweating cream. I had rehydration powders. I had a sauna suit and running shoes because I assumed it was going to be warm, so I could like get a run in with like sweats and a sauna suit to drop off a couple of kilos. But at the end of the day, I had just my gi. So I basically spent 2 days in wearing the same underwear and the same clothes, which was like nasty. But yeah, shout out though to Heraklion Airport. They gave me an overnight bag with like shaving cream, toothbrush, toothpaste, a t-shirt, which was like, you know, it's not much, but it's like helpful and a nice touch, so I really appreciated that. And yeah, basically I got to the hotel, and on day one I tested the shower because sometimes when I can't wait, I just sit in the shower at super high heat and it kind of works like a hot bath if there's no bath available. I test the water's like not that warm at all, so I was like, fuck, I'm gonna need to find a sauna. And yeah, basically I vegetate the entire day, and I wake up on weigh-in mornings, and I'm like, okay, now it's time to finally cut the weight. I had not been eating for like almost 48 hours at that point. I drank water. I didn't drink any water for like the past 12 hours, so I was like on the way to being dehydrated and like quite hungry. So basically, yeah, I start calling up local gyms and saunas to try to book a sauna, and basically all of them told me no, we don't have any time available, or they said like some crazy price, like 150 euros for 1 hour or something, which was like, whoa, that's a lot. So basically I go to check the water again, and this time the water's steaming hot in the shower, so I'm like, okay, thank God, there's hope. And I basically sit in the shower for half an hour, and then once I started feeling like queasy, I went out, wrapped myself in a blanket and 2 covers, and basically sweated out like a mummy. Made weight on the day. There was some confusion with the scales, they were like a bit off, which of course provided quite a bit of stress for us who had to cut a bit of weight. But I was okay, weigh-ins went fine. I rehydrated and refed, it was okay, I felt quite good. Essentially I cut from like 68, 69 to 61 and a half, which was, you know, a hefty weight cut, but all in all I felt quite good. Actually it was a 61 and a half with shorts and a t-shirt on, so a little bit less even. So that was a big weight cut, but it went quite well. That was like a good experience. Now I know I can do it, and I will continue to compete at this weight class because I felt good, and on competition day I really felt like I was like physically really good match for it with everyone, and I didn't get outpowered, and I really felt like I could control people even in the gi. So yeah, that was great. Competition day rolls up, I do my regular cold shower breathing before I come downstairs. We had a breakfast at the hotel. I drank a couple of coffees, ate a bunch of toast with jelly and butter for breakfast, and off we went to the arena. Once there, I got like diarrhea because coffee and weight cut. So that was like challenging, but we made it through. And yeah, first match rolls up. This was quite awesome, to say the least. I had been working on baratoplatas, like a twisting shoulder lock for a bit now. And the first match, I pull guard and I just immediately shoot up a triangle, and the guy pulls his head out and his arm kind of gets stuck in between my legs, and I catch him in a baratoplata like immediately, like nothing else happened in the match. I just catch him in a baratoplata. I spent like a minute and a half trying to finish him. And then after about a minute and like at the 2-minute mark, he taps, and I actually get my very first baratoplata finish. Then I went through and had my semi-final match with a really scrappy, skilled, and experienced opponent. I had lost 4-2 because he got 2 points on a guard pull. So I tried to pull guard, and he scored 2. So basically, I was chasing submissions the entire match. I had like an armbar, a couple of ankle locks, and a near sweep. So I had like 4 advantages and lost by 2 points. It was just like, fuck it, it was a close match, but a really, really like fun and good experience. So I was like, yeah, let's go. And then for my third place for a bronze medal match, I was like, okay, I'm not joking around. I really would like to get a medal, so I just pulled guard, swept the guy, smashed him, passed his guard, and basically just stayed in control the entire match and won on points. So yeah, overall a really, really cool experience. Greece was awesome. First time in Greece, beautiful, beautiful place. The airport at Crete on the island is right by the sea, so I was like, whoa, that's a view. It was really beautiful. The weather was nice. The food was great. I ate some sheep burgers and a bunch of cheese. I had not managed to eat gyros, which was quite a disappointment because I'm a big food guy, but it was great. Everyone was super nice. It was a great experience. Really happy with my performance, and it's super cool to like compete against good skilled people who like take the sport seriously and compete at a high level. I really think that's like a wonderful thing for your skill and for your improvement. I really feel I'm noticeably better every time I come back from one of these competitions, and I just had my first training session back yesterday in Nogi, and I felt like levels, maybe it's just perception, but I felt like I improved levels from how I felt before I went to the competition. Probably got some rest and stuff, but it really just feels quite great. And I'm competing again this Saturday, tomorrow, at the ADCC Open in Denmark. They split the absolute into minus 83 and plus 83, and they're giving out cash prizes, so I was like, compete on Tuesday, compete on Saturday again, but cash prize, can't miss that. And I love ADCC rules. I think those are probably one of the best rule sets for me, because I really like to, I like to chase the submission. I'm like a finish you kind of guy. So I really enjoy the ADCC rule set and the freedom it allows, because it's really, really hard to score points. So I can really be super aggressive and take a lot of risks without necessarily ruining my chances of winning the match. Because even if I get my back taken, but no hooks, or putting turtle or guard pass, I can always turtle out and avoid giving up the points, and then either scoring my own points or catching a submission, which is nice. I'm really, really excited and really fond of the ADCC rules. Basically, yeah, that's it. It was cool times. Got some guard passing, got some guard play done. The baratoplata, my first gi competition in a really, really long time. It felt great to represent my country and the national team. That's wonderful, and traveling with all the guys and girls, it was really cool experience to have a team and people taking care of you, and the expenses covered by the national team, which is nice. You spend all this time and money traveling for jiu-jitsu just to get just to have a death match with someone at ACC trials and go home. So it felt really good to have someone actually invest money into us athletes and go somewhere nice for free, which was super great. I'm just super grateful for this opportunity and the experiences. And yeah, looking forward to continuing a very positive and successful year. I've done quite a bit of big tournaments this year. That's why I've been neglecting the podcast, but I did ACC trials, 2 nationals, and now the Europeans in the gi. So yeah, hopefully continuing the good vibes this year. I will be doing Nogi European Championships in Romania in about 3 months. So I'm gonna take a week off from dieting, and then I'll get back into dieting, trying to keep my weight not too crazy so I can make 62 again. And yeah, if I did this well in the gi, I'm quite hopeful I will perform quite well in no gi, since that's my main thing, and I really think my game's developed in the last year or two quite a bit, where I have like a wide range of skill sets, because at Pegla we've been training with a lot of MMA fighters, and they really refuse to be on bottom, and they're good at turtle and standing up. So I've really been working a lot on like putting people down and keeping them down and catching submissions from scrambles. So I really think this is gonna work quite well in no-gi, especially in that rule set. So yeah, good vibes, good year. To get started, hopefully I'll be doing more podcasts and videos. I also, on the side note, submitted my very first research paper into peer review. It's actually a conference paper on network security. I'm studying a master's in computer science in Sweden, so me and my professor from Croatia wrote a paper, and we're looking to get it published. We've submitted to the conference, and now we're waiting for peer review results, which is also super exciting. It's doing science and traveling on the side. For jiu-jitsu, it's like the optimal life, using your brain and your body to your full capacity. It's just a wonderful time to be me right now, to be honest. It's quite great. So yeah, that's it. I don't think I got anything else to say for right now. Yeah, like, share, subscribe, stick around. Feel free to message me on Instagram or any other channels if you have some video requests, ideas, some stuff you'd like to hear or learn more about, or just have some technique questions. I had someone ask me what was a barra plata, so I sent them a Joao Miao video. That was quite nice. If you have any questions regarding jiu-jitsu, grappling, or anything else, hit me up, let me know. If you are a gi or jiu-jitsu apparel manufacturer, I am looking for sponsors, so if you'd like to be a part of the journey, support, please do reach out. I would be more than happy to work with you. And yeah, that's it for now, and stay messy, and we'll see you in the next one.